Hey, y'all, Joe of all trades. It's a sad day to be a Cleveland Browns fan. Uh, Saying farewell to Nick Chubb. So, just want to put this together because I think Nick Chubb has been one of the best parts of the Cleveland Browns organization in the past several years. And it's sad to see him go. I can see why the Browns decided to move on from Nick Chubb. I wish him all the best. But long story short, he is one of the best Browns of all time, certainly of this era. He was a consummate professional. He let his game do the talking. Showed up to work every day and did his job. He didn't bitch. He didn't complain. He didn't showboat. He wasn't a hot dog. Paul Brown always said, if you score a touchdown, act like you've been there before. And that pretty much sums up Nick Chubb's approach to every game he ever played as a Cleveland Brown. The heart, the passion, the determination, the drive, the work ethic is why he will always be loved as a Cleveland Brown forever. He's going to be a legend. He will live on in our hearts forever as Cleveland Brown wearing 24. So let's go through his stats. All right, 7 years, 6,800 rushing yards, including the last two injury-riddled years, 56 total TDs. And I think what's most impressive is that he's got 5.1 yard per carry average. If you know the game of football, you know how incredible that stat is to carry that type of stat season after season after season. In my mind, the Cleveland Browns have had some fantastic running backs. Pruitt, Mack, Biner, Jamal Lewis in his later years. But Nick Chubb is second only, in my opinion, to Jim Brown. And Jim Brown's arguably the greatest football player of all time. So he's in pretty good company. And some memorable moments, speaking of Jim Brown delivered the draft pick for Nick Chubb, second round pick out of Georgia. That was just very touching, and looking back on it, it was absolutely appropriate. Some memorable moments. I remember his first real game against the Raiders. I was in Las Vegas watching it from my hotel room. I think he had like 3 carries for 90 yards and 2 TDs, something crazy. The breakaway run with the radio call that was in Spanish. God rest his soul, Jimmy Donovan's call of Chubb Wubba Hub. And obviously his game against the Steelers, which that playoff game, he was just supernatural. And that is hands down the best Browns game I've ever watched. It might be the happiest moment of my life in Cleveland sports history, other than Cleveland Cavaliers coming back 3-1 over the Warriors. But certainly the best Browns memory I've ever had, best moment I've ever had as a Browns fan. Like I said, just watching him just be such a graceful, patient runner over the years, but also so very strong. The best memories I really have had as a Cleveland Browns fan have been Nick Chubb moments, and it's sad to see him go. So if you didn't see already, the Haslams in a tweet today have already said that Nick Chubb is going into the Ring of Honor. He certainly deserves it. And what's his legacy as a Cleveland Brown? I mean, he will probably stand out as the best offensive player on what will become a historical what-if team. If the stars had all aligned, perhaps they could have made a much deeper dive into the playoffs. Certainly, what kills me is the dirty hit by the Chiefs on Hollywood Higgins in that game. Sometimes I think to myself, if that play went the way it should, then we'd be in a much different position as a team altogether. So, and obviously Nick Chubb played a great part in that. He'll be loved as a Cleveland Browns legend forever. As said in The Sandlot, heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Nick Chubb will live on in Cleveland Browns lore forever. And then I had a conversation with my barber today, and his son, he's got a Nick Chubb jersey, and he said, "Dad, what do I do with this Nick Chubb jersey? You just got it for me last year." And he said, "You know what, son? You can wear that jersey forever," and you absolutely can. The 24 is going to get respect in Browns. You can wear that in perpetuity. There are only certain players as Browns fans where you can rock a jersey for as long as you want because they are Browns legends, and Nick Chubb is absolutely one of them. So he's never going to need to buy a drink or a meal in Cleveland ever. And Nick, speaking from all of Cleveland Browns fan base, we absolutely love you. Wish you all the best. And see you someday when your 24 goes in the Ring of Honor. All right, thanks. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow us, Joe of All Trades. You can find us YouTube, Spotify, Patreon, Instagram, and now Twitter. I'll be adding that in the description box. All right, thanks.